Holy smokes. All right, it is Thursday. We ended last stream a little abruptly, so very excited to be getting back into the swing of things with the finale of our no XP Lakeburg Apoc5 run. We left it with a bit of a cliffhanger. But yeah, let's do the thing and get on into the festivities. Alrighty, let's see. Illustrious, I hope this will not be a fall from grace. And good morning to you as well. I think we're gonna be okay. Like, I genuinely think we're going to be okay. We need some mana. Well, we'll get into it as we get into it. But good morning to you as well. All right. This is not where episodes usually begin. But I had to flee before the exciting conclusion of our run here. And what we have before us is the carnage, for lack of a better description. We took some heavy losses, but we managed to salvage 6 workers. Both of our mana wells are still intact, which is a nice thing. We'll probably spend a worker on mana wells, but let's take stock of our heroes for a moment and remind ourselves what they're up to. Because we've made some interesting choices with this band of heroes. So we, like going through them in order. We have Calanthe, who has been kind of like our poison user. She got up to 200% poison, which for no level ups is pretty astoundingly decent. She's at almost 100% damage. Has 24% range damage. So I think she is our hardest hitting hand crossbow person, in addition to being a poison beast. We might want to consider that when doing itemization. Next up, though, we have Bruno. It is time indeed, RC. Actually, and then, yeah, so Calanthe was a sniper, short-sighted, and spiritual, and has been really benefiting from that mana increase as well. So next up, we had Bruno. Bruno's been our magic crystal user, blah, blah, blah. And I have been giving some thought to how to fully utilize Bruno overnight. I think we're going to be shifting some gear around. The thing I'm worried most about is Nessie is very block heavy. So hand crossbows are pretty weak against her. So one thing I was thinking we could do is we could take Bruno, give him 2 wands and the mana crystal, and just let him do, like, maybe if we can find him some AP2, maybe get him doing 3 magic missiles and a mana refill every turn, is what I was thinking. And we might shift some itemization around there. Then we have Pavel. Pavel was our second stunner, but he has done amazing work. The extra trinket slots have been really nice on him, but also the skill range has been pretty astounding, and he's sitting at 64% stun, our highest stunner. Not quite where we want him to be fully, but he's stunned his fair share of bulkies, so I can't complain. Then we have Edwidge, which has been kind of like our standard build. Ooh, these wands are bad. I think that's the problem, is I think our best other wand is a level 2 wand. So that might not work. We'll see. But Edwidge is a luckless surgeon and light traveler, and has managed to get 69 damage. Nice. And 42% accuracy. Then we have Alicia, who is our other stunner. She was our original stunner. We took a bit of a hit on stun chance, only 36%, which has been hurting us quite a bit. We should probably try and find a stun helm for her to try and get that back up. But she's a hardy pickpocket, and a heavy sleeper. Not a lot going on here. Probably our weakest hero now, but absolutely carried the mid game. Then we have Corolla, Marksman, Brainy, and Vulnerable. Excellent quirks there. And has been working with another 69% damage. Nice again. Go figure. And yeah, has just been an all-around pretty strong hero. Our accuracies are pretty good across the board, with the exception of Calanthe, who's a little bit behind. So, with that recap done, we got a lot of stuff to do. Potentially. I think it is worth building 2 houses. Like here and here. And using them... We can do like the first upgrade on them. The second upgrade is too expensive. But I think the first upgrade to get us up to 10 workers is worth the price of admission. Let's do our benedictions now before we forget. Where's our mana crystal? Our mana crystal is on Bruno, who is here. So you don't need mana. So we should give our benedictions to you and you. But I do think that it is worth... We're probably going to destroy the shop. Let's take a look in the shop, see what, if anything spicy is waiting for us in here. There's some good stuff, but there's no great stuff. We'll be doing a bit of rolling in the shop, I'm sure. But my tendency is to want to get a lot of materials. So here's the issue in Lustrous. The shop does act as a wall, but when the shop critically fails, it's pretty tragic, and at best it has 270 hit points, which is only slightly more than a wall, but when it breaks down, it's exposing 3 tiles worth of space. So it's not a great wall, comparatively. But we'll see. I think we're going to be a little shy of being able to fully rebuild the border, so we're going to be building a rather tight loop here. Now, before I forget, we're definitely going to build a warp gate there, so that we have the ability to transfer over. But now the question is, I think we roll the dice on the 2 of these, because they're pretty efficient. So we're gonna get those 2. Let's take a gander really quickly, see if anything spicy is coming in. Those pants are not great. The shield is great. We grab the shield. I was just saying, a little more AP is going to go a long way. I think none of these are any good, so I'm going to roll them. We're really looking for something special here. Again, those pants don't really do it. Hey, Abigail, welcome, welcome. 4 AP on a druid staff. I have never seen this before. I'm taking it, obviously. We also have 2 AP on a turtle charm, though. I think it might be worth taking. Like one of the things I'm worried about is Nessie is very high block, and we have a lot of hand crossbows that are not going to do a lot of work against Nessie. So there's a part of me, there's a part of me that's like, what if we gave it to Bruno? Get Bruno up to 10 AP, and then every turn be able to do two wand strikes, have plenty for magic crystal. Yeah, I think that's worth it, and I think we're oversaturated on trinkets. Yeah, it is a shame we can't take both, but this is the big boy. And then yeah, Bruno's gonna do that, which didn't see that one coming, if I'm being honest. So level 5 hand crossbow. You can slot that in there, and then Another AP there to round that out. Hey, Artie! How's it going? Now we have 8 left. I think mana is paramount. So I'm going to spend 1 worker here. Getting people mostly filled up. Pavel has a crap ton of mana, so 36 looks okay. Then I'm going to go... See, I want to get some gear, but let's yeah, I think I'm going to go for a ring of walls around the base. So let's see how far we get on that front. And I will leave my buildings. Because they will absorb stuff. But that's all we got. So I want to... I need to make it all the way around at the very least. And we want to do a little more than getting all the way around. Also, we should be careful because these like bumpy things that I'm creating are not serving us because they create surface area. Yeah, I think we're going full. Yeah, because I want what we don't want to do is we don't want to create as many gaps. Yeah, I'm going. Okay. Well, we got it surrounded, but it's a little bit awkward. Did we didn't get one right here. We have a lot of gold. I'm going to do one more upgrade here so we can get the last one of these because I really want to make sure we're buttoned up. Oh, that wasn't the spot. Is there... This is that. There's a wall here. Did I get one in the corner here? I didn't get one in the corner here. Let's get one in the corner there. And a barricade in the corner here. All right, so we're not as well defended as I would necessarily like to be, but we got a lot of stunners, and we got some cash to spend in the shop. And we have our warp gates. So I think we're reasonable. Bruno suddenly has 10 AP, which is kind of hilarious. Let's see. So our big waves are coming from this side and this side. Bruno's not protecting anything. Bruno's going to be like moonlighting over here. This is Pavel, right? No, I want Pavel over here. So it's going to look something like this. And we'll probably have you step out a bit. And you step out a bit. But let's get some gear going. See if there's anything of interest in here. Big money, no whammies. I wouldn't mind more magic damage or more damage. I seem to remember that Bruno's helm right now is, I mean, it's good, but it could be better. I'd like to see some damage on that helm. So we are in the market for a helm. I would also love to see some magic missile scrolls if we can be granted that kindness. Better wands without multi-hit are a hard sell. I'm fishing for some pretty specific stuff here. I mean, if AP potions show up, I'll grab them, but they're not my primary desire. See, it's like this is a perfect helm, I think. What is Bruno losing? Physical and range damage, we don't care. We're full magic now. We're losing a bit of resistance reduction and a bit of opportunism, but we're gaining accuracy and block and damage. I think that's fine. Yeah, no, I'd love a couple wands too. We've really not, there's not been a lot of kindness given to us. More druid staffs maybe, but they need to be better quality than that. Fire thrower is not it. Rain of arrows is not it. Things like Archmaester's orbs are also good because Nessie will always be isolated. I was saying we needed some more stun chance. I think we grab that for not Pavel, but how did I miss? Oh, Alicia. Yeah, this was a good helm. We might put it somewhere else, but more movement and more stun I think is important. Get them back up to 45. But yeah, we've been really starved for a lot of the things that I've been looking for. There's an AP potion. We'll grab that. Kind of hoping we'd see a second mana crystal so I could pivot into something like that. But I think we... Assassinate Scroll is good. That's true. She is not always isolated, but magic damage is always good against her. I think these can be sold relatively easily. At least this one can. Whoops. This one can go... This hand crossbow, I think, is probably better than another hand crossbow that we have somewhere. Yeah, we'll get rid of this. We'll keep that. Ooh, more poison for Calanthe, too. That's actually quite nice. And then... You have poison on that. This is more range damage. You also gain some physical damage and some opportunism at the cost of a little bit of mana. That might be fine. Yeah, I think this full helm is the one to get replaced. But yeah, we are struggling a bit, but I think... One Tome of Secrets? I don't think so. I think we might replace this wand with a power staff. Our power staffs are going to be backup damage, I think. So I think we prefer that. We lose some stun chance again, but... What can you do? And then these action potions I think are going to go on our stunners. And if we roll, we're done. Teleport scroll. I'm going to grab the dagger scroll instead, and I'm going to put it on our poison hero. Because that can be a big burst of damage on them. So Abigail, the stuns are because I think our stunners are going to be better damage dealers against Nessie than a lot of our other heroes, not because I think they're going to be good at controlling waves. That's the subtlety there. Like I'm not interested in them doing anything else other than being able to hit with power staffs, build up opportunism, and just do some work. So that's the thinking. And I think we can leave you here, and these guys will be able to teleport here as well. All right, I think we're ready to go. Exactly. I mean, I think if we find ourselves having to do a lot of hits with hand crossbows on Nessie, or having to do a lot of hits with hand crossbows, or with like level 1 wands, we're in a bad way. So I'm trying to avoid that. But let's do the thing. So this is it. We've made it to the boss night. This has been a heck of a road to get here. You might be in the splash zone, so let's move you over like that. But I think we are as well prepared as we can be. We lost a lot of stuff, but let's do the thing. We have Un-Fish-nished business. That's a Conneryism. Thought only dead fish slept in this lake. Dun dun dun. Now, our hand crossbows are exceptionally good for dealing with the eggs. Life comes at you quick. I mean, as soon they're a high priority target after I get other things done. Can we just do it this way? All right. It's gonna be slow going. Oh, I should get a debuff so that we're proccing opportunism. Okay, good job. Yeah, I should have actually brought this hero over because the power staff was going to naturally proc it. I think I want to save the potion. So we'll bring over our other stunner here. Now let's see. I want you two to get away a little bit. Oh, because of the opportunism, that's a good call. It's not hitting that hard. But that's my expectation, is it's going to take a lot of work to get things sorted out here. The hand crossbows aren't doing that bad of work, so we may lean on them a little more heavily later. How much do you have? 600? We're doing 120. Now we get a break to kill all the runners. Yeah, the armor pierce was better than I expected it to be. Let's see. Now you guys, I just want to set you up to come back, but now we need to get down to work. Yep, 5 turns left indeed. How far do I have to come out to get you? Probably farther than I want to come out. Okay, we'll go like that. I'd like to get a slow on this boomer here. But I think that's going to be a little hard to do. Oh, I really wanted to get that boomer going. We might take a bit of heat there. Now over here, we didn't get either of these done, but I think that's just life. Let's get you positioned there and you positioned there. No one's going to be coming out, and we're going to need to get some stuns next turn. All right. I gotta say, this is a little scary. I think we've got more work to do than I think I necessarily would like to admit. It was so expensive getting everything done. Yes, and they are all stuck. So let's see. So you're coming here. That was Pavel, right? Yeah. You're coming here. You need to recharge mana, for sure. Don't really want to destroy that. We also don't have a lot of good refuge spots. I think there's going to be a spicy finish here. I'm doing well, Zay, but I'll be doing well-er when this challenge is hopefully over. Okay, we got him. Thanks, Alex. The fighting retreat, the emphasis at the moment is on the retreat, I feel like. Wow, that blaze is doing work. Can I get... I can't get you guys. The Accursed are really annoying. I am not jazzed about them. Okay, so... I don't love the stuff we left here, but... bad Nessie placement, too. That's a horrifying thought, Abigail. The Accursed are just so annoying. I don't know. This is going to be really hard, I think. Yeah, Oppo early is important, for sure. Okay, so if you move to here, do you have shots? You don't. Yeah, I need to get Oppo early. I need less. Get 2 more uses. That's fine. We'll use 1 now. Okay, so who do I think? I think this side just needs all the love we can give it. So I don't think this side and this side are in pretty rough shape. I'm gonna bring over Corolla and see how we do. Ah, not getting the kill there is a bummer. All right, let's I think we need to do a bit of like mitigation here. Yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna get a little spicy for sure. And I gotta be really careful of stuns, also. We may just need to teleport away. Who's gonna kill this? How much your poisons do? I think you're coming across. I hate to do it, but the power of poison compels you. You just missed. Okay, you're missing half of the time. That's a little concerning. All right. So now everything else... Need to get folks away. And now we need to do some good threat assessment here. I mean, it didn't matter because we weren't going to be able to do much. Like, we weren't going to be able to do much there anyways. But yeah, we knew that Calanthe was lacking a bit in the in that department. So everybody else has really good accuracy, and then there's Calanthe. But what Calanthe lacks in accuracy, she makes for in other categories. So I think it's okay. Now, any chance we can scoot? If we run all the way to here, can we get a cheeky? No. The Boomer's one turn away from being absolutely required to get sorted. We already controlled those a little, so I'm going to do that. I think we got to get inside or we're going to get chomped. Don't think a magic missile is worth it here. Now you... See, this is the thing. You have an action... You technically have an action potion too, but I think we want to save it. The circle always has more health than you think. I don't know that I entirely agree with that assessment, but... Alright. Now you... This bulky is going to become a real problem this next turn. This Boomer also we need to pay very close attention to. The Warbling as well. Big hit there. Now we also have a problem where our warp gates are covered now in some cases. So no, bulky is not close enough for stun. I checked, I counted. This bulky didn't move very far. That's good. This is very worrisome, though. We need to get some stuns on these guys, because these archers especially are the danger zone. Okay, so let's see. So this elite is kind of unfortunate. I was hoping we might get the stun on the bulky. Right now I'm planning to run this hero away to our little putrescent worm killing spot. That's my plan. One more chance to stun the bulky. Alright, we tried. Now, if it surfaces right here, we could have a bad time, but... Slow down some on this wall. With 9 movement, do you actually make it to here? You do, but then you have to be the last to teleport. Okay. Hey, Drowsy! You've caught us at an awkward moment. Well, hopefully not awkward. Hopefully we can just do what we need to do. And how much movement do you have? You have 8? Okay, so you will be able to move out of the way. Yeah, we made it to night 12. So we are hopefully where we need to be. And I can clutch this one out. Like, I think that Nessie's gonna spawn. I think we have what it takes. You're gonna have 2 movement. I'm a little worried that everyone's gonna get hit by, like, a surfacing. But let's see, who's not up here? Everyone's up here. Okay. You can't move, you can't move. You need to do this. Now you're the last one to go. Yeah, if we can avoid the damage debuff, that's good for business. But we also don't want to... We don't want to move too far this way and get someone killed is also, you know, suboptimal. I'm going to move to... I don't think she can surface here, so I think this is a relatively safe spot to stand. You 3 can't move, which is hilarious. I think this is a fine place to be. All right. Yep. We did take the damage debuff on a lot of our heroes. But... Ooh. Should have filled that in. I think we'll still be okay. I think we get her in 1. But... No panic. The walls hold, in fact. But if we had these two, all these accursed come in, we might have a problem. Oh yeah, health pots to cleanse the debuff. Good call. On who, though? Because we only get 2 uses. I don't think we have a second health pot. Oops. So, who do we think's doing more damage? You have 6-8. You guys have the AP potions, so let's hit the AP potion, people. Alright, so first things first, let's get the poison going. I am debuffing her move. Ha ha ha. Okay, you're done. You don't need to do that. You're isolated now, so let's hit you with this. 1300 would be great. Okay. Good effort. Yeah, we got this. Looks like this ragtag bunch is gonna be able to do what they needed to do. Corolla's hitting hard, actually. For the disrespect, we could let it be the poison, but I think Pavel is our MVP here. So let's give him the just desserts. Stunning entrance for the kill. All right. You know, I was like, the last night was a foregone conclusion. No experience, no problems indeed, Bacon. And there's mercenary training popping one more time. Yes, Pavel, who did a night with 4 movement points. Heck yeah. Thank you all. Drowsy, Abigail, Zay. Yeah, heck yeah. This has been, I think, the hardest challenge I have ever done in the game. This took a lot. I mean, 3 attempts isn't that much, but attempts in this game are long. And we'll go through and we'll look at each one of our heroes. Thank you, RC. Yeah, we'll take a look at our heroes. This was a tough one. That's what I like to do, Abigail. I like to defy possibility. And yeah, this was a very difficult one. I think I was convinced that boomers was going to be a good thing, and then night 10 hit and it was boomers and archers, and I was pretty sure we might be dead. But we just barely snuck by. In hindsight, I think our gear rolls were very bad. Like, I will say that I think we did not get a lot of amazing gear. We didn't see a single multi-hit hand crossbow. We didn't see a single wand with multi-hit above level 2, except for the level 4 wand that we gave. And honestly, Magic Missile didn't do as much as I thought it was going to do. Illustrious, I think that they did, but I don't think that was a foregone conclusion. And the reason that I say that is because we had a very awkward distance between our base, where the boomers were coming in, and then the next turn they were making it to the walls, which meant that if we didn't manage them properly and get them snared at the appropriate times, they had the potential to be a catastrophic failure. Oh, we did have one person die. Oh no, I dismissed Jalen because she was a pacifist. That's right. That was a night 1 dismissal. Now, this to me already is very interesting. Look at how much work all of our heroes did here. Like, absolutely staggering numbers. Not having ballistas is kind of amazing. So going through it, let's start with our stunners, because I think that our stunners were the sleeper heroes of this run. I think that wall plus stun is the strategy for these types of challenges. The two-handed hammer is so good with a little bit of skill range at completely negating damage on your walls. If you get up to about 60% stun and you are good at keeping fodder mobs on the front line, one of these heroes can take 9 enemies and completely invalidate their damage on the walls. So if I were doing this challenge again, I might have as many as 4 heroes indexed into stun, because I think you can almost stall out the game completely. If you're building walls in Lustrous, I still think for the average player, building walls is a mistake. If you're playing with Ballista, Omen of Siege and Omen of Engineering, so much more dominant than walls. If you need walls because you have engineered a challenge that basically, you can't do without, sure. Yeah, walls are important. And Outpost is extremely valuable. I would not recommend this challenge to someone getting started. Preferred weapon was the scepter. I don't think that's entirely surprised. Nemesis was, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Nemesises. But look at this. Over Alicia's run, almost 800 enemies stunned. Like, there is going to be no other more impactful stat, in my opinion, than that stun number across the board. So let's look at our other stunner. Pavel came in a lot later and still stunned almost 500 enemies. But Pavel had a pretty good gear set. Sitting at 64% stun, Pavel was very reliably stunning fodder enemies, because as a side note, The math on this is we have 64% stun from gear, but also our hammer has 30% stun. So we were at 94% stun if the enemy had no stun resist. I think it's the only way we could have done it, Drowsy. I don't think that this is a challenge that demands walls. Now, Pavel did a lot of good work because their skill range was high from like day one. I still wish that we had found adamantium sledges that had stun on them. That would have made a big difference. But it's important to remember that the soft cap for stun is 70% with hammers. So that's really what you're targeting with gear for this particular one. Pavel's accuracy was a little middling, but we got some good action point ups. And generally speaking, damage was strong. I don't know why I keep checking perks. That's a muscle memory thing. Blood Mage was pretty unimpactful. I think I would have preferred for a melee damage buff there, but still decent numbers. Now on to let's talk about Calanthe. So Calanthe did serious work. Not to be underestimated. I didn't check how much poison we actually stacked up on enemies, but I think Calanthe might have been our highest damage hero of all, sitting at almost 90% damage. Of this was night number 12. So we were gaining like 24, right? Hold on, let me do the calculation. So the first 6 nights, we get 3%. So we got 18% there for the first 6 nights. And then for the remaining 5 nights, we got 2%. So we got 28% damage on basically all of our heroes from mercenary training. I think it made a big difference. Sniper plus short-sighted did great work. Sitting at 24% range damage has a surprisingly large impact because of the way range damage and damage interplay, but that's a video that's coming soon. And then we had our 3 kind of like multi-hit hand crossbow friends, all of whom were sitting on pretty awful multi-hit wands that we never got to replace. But still, Surge and Luckless was pretty decent. 71% damage and 16% accuracy. Pretty solid. Man, imagine if we had been able to take Exploit Weakness and gotten 42% isolation out of this accuracy. That would have been on another level. But solid hero here. I think they did well. The offhand crossbow was good. That Rusty Shield was a great pickup. The Steel Spiked Armor. I gotta say, the Spiked set for challenges like this, I think, is one of the best. You're picking up accuracy and damage on all of the pieces, which I think is just about the best combination that you can get for heroes. So if I was talking about like gear that I think is most defining for this run, hand crossbows, obviously. The armor piercing is so important because archers are probably the single scariest thing, and you need to be able to sort of one-shot them. But then damage, oh, actually, okay. Bruno had our highest damage at the end there with 103%. Not bad. We completely eschewed crit. I think that was wise because you're never going to get enough crit. This Slayer armor was kind of a weird piece. We probably could have done better than that, but the Spiked Helm was very solid. This wand was our best wand, but still, like, 264 damage from this was not enough. We also only saw 1 mana crystal during the entire run, which I think was extremely hard to handle. If we had had maybe 2 or 3 more mana crystals, I think things would have gone a lot better. Abigail. That is an interesting result that you have there. But yeah, this hero, like, for a level 1, you know, if we were to look briefly at what we would get for leveling this hero up, like, it's insane to think how much value exists in the perk tree. Illustrious, did I? What night did I see another mana crystal? Was it the first night? Because I couldn't afford it on the first night. I wanted it, but I couldn't afford it. Then we had Corolla. Solid stats, not nearly high enough on damage, but had a little bit of extra range damage. Still not the highest range damage dealer, but I rolled over one. All right, well, you know, misplays abound when least expected. I think this Battle Mage Amulet at the end of the day was probably not the right decision because our wand was bad. If our wand was good, I think this would have done a lot of work. But as it stands, 215 damage from that was not enough. And then, yeah, Jalen was just bad, and we got rid of her almost immediately. Cannot escape the sneezes, but that's gonna be it. This was a heck of a run. Yeah, we had very little multi-hit, all things considered, Bacon. We got basically +1 multi-hit on each of our heroes, but that's well below what I try and do. What's next in Lustrous is I may, and we'll discuss this in the Discord. Everything is up for discussion, but I may take a week off from the last spell. Because this was intense. So our options for next week. So I already did a punch run. Here, let me find that for you, Drowsy. If you are interested in that, I already did a punch only run. There it is. Let's see. Let's not play it. I don't want to play it. I just want to click it. There we go. So yes, if you are... Wait, who was talking about no weapon run? It was you, Drowsy. So here you go. No weapon and no armor run. That is the beginning of my punch run, just in case you are curious. That was a super fun run. Also Lakeburg. Yeah. Definitely check it out. But we could... No armor, no weapons. That's a lot to overcome. Am I allowed to use ballista, I think, is the main question. I think more... Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we're going to do something new. I kind of want to go back and... I want to take like a palate cleanser and maybe do a full day of Ring of Pain. Because I just love that game. But we'll see. But yeah, we're going to come up with some challenges. We're probably going to do a palate cleanser run also. I want to stomp the last spell because this was not a stomp. This was extremely stressful. As a final thing before I stop hitting the record button, this was the set of omens that we ended up using. We ended up using damage, mercenary training, wooden walls, and dexterity. And I think that it went about as well as it could have. So... with that done, I think we're going to switch over to Darkest Dungeon 2. Took just about exactly an hour like I was expecting. Nice. So for those who want to hang around for some Darkest Dungeon 2, I would love to have you all hang around. I'm going to run a quick ad break, and I will be back right after that, and we'll dive into some stuff. But just going to stretch my legs, etc. Abigail, thank you for hanging around. I'll chat with you in the Discord. Let's try stream of Factorio or Heroes of Might and Magic. That is true. They have been highly requested. We'll switch on over. BRB. All right, we're back. Let's get out of the last spell, and we're gonna switch over. I have already swapped us over to the new one, so see you.